This morning, we are wrapping up our series First Aid Today by turning our attention to some beloved family members whose first aid needs may be overlooked. I'm talking about your pets. Dr. Bernadine Cruz is a veterinarian with the American Veterinary Medical Association, and she's here with Diane and Nala. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
The motto for us all throughout this series has been be prepared. And when it comes to pets, Doctor, you say in order to be prepared, you first have to know normal. What do you mean by that?
Well, every dog, every cat's going to be a little bit different. And if all of a sudden you find a dog that is breathing differently, seems to be having heart issues, how do you know if it's really having heart issues unless you've known what initially is normal? So I'll show you here on Nala different places where you can find the heart rate. For instance, easy enough to watch the chest go out, in and out, but you can feel it on the throat, just like for you, I, jugular.
And count the beats.
Count the beats, yes. And every dog is going to be a little bit different. So a smaller dog is going to have a faster heart rate like a cat versus a large. Feeling the point of the chest, you can feel the heart down here also. Feel it beating?
Oh, yeah.
Fast.
Oh,
yeah, very fast. She says, I am excited. So you can give your pet a physical examination really every month, which is a great way of doing it besides going to your veterinarian twice a year.
And also you say to be prepared, have numbers next to the phone of your vet.
Very important.
What else?
You want to have your primary care veterinarian, your emergency care, and also the animal poison control. You never know because you don't want to call 911. You don't want to call your human poison control.
Or even program it into your phone, too.
Perfect way to do it.
Now, we put together a first aid kit for humans, but there are things you would add for your pets, right?
Right. There are things that you can add. Excuse me, Diane. Of course, you're going to want to have an extra leash in there. You're not going to have that in your human first aid. You want a leash.
Oh, well, that depends. Anyway.
Some of those children, yes, right. You'll want to have, for instance, a little pill gun so you can give oral medications.
Okay.
Probably a really great idea to have a spare thermometer so after you popped in the animal's bum, you wouldn't want to use it yourself.
Right. Good idea.
So those are good things.
Just a normal thermometer.
Just a regular normal thermometer. Digital is a little bit easier. You can have great things like this on your windows so in case there's an emergency, somebody comes to the home, they'll know there's a dog or there's a cat in the house.
And why the blanket?
Blankets. If all of a sudden you have to transport something as large as Nala, how are you going to move that pet? So if you're by yourself, for instance, or you can have a friend, you can put the pet on the blanket and help drag it out that way.
Or if it's smaller, you can use a pillowcase.
Pillowcase is wonderful. Small dog, small cat, you can't find the carrier. I know, sleeping very calmly. You can use something like this, pop the kitty in it, close it up on top, cat in the bag, nice and safe, transport it. Never free in the car.
Now, let's say you come upon your pet and something bad has happened, beginning with a car accident. Many people have experienced that, the animal hit by a car. What do you do?
First thing to do is take a deep breath. You know, you're not going to be able to help anyone unless you're calm yourself. Then check the area, make sure that it's going to be safe for you to get involved. Maybe you need somebody to help direct traffic. Then you're going to want to go ahead and call. Call for extra help, call your local veterinarian that you're going to be coming in, and then give care. And if you don't know how to give care, you can take courses by the American Red Cross. They oftentimes have pet first aid classes.
Okay.
Yes, it's a great way to do it.
Do you do CPR on a pet like you would on a human?
Very, very similar. We have a nice little dog over here who's resting very comfortably. What you're going to do if, for instance, this dog was hit by a car.
Right. Or choking or something.
Or choking. Is it breathing? So we know watching the chest going up and down. We know where to feel for the heart here. You can also feel for a heartbeat here in the neck. So
not breathing.
Not breathing. Okay, first we want to see why. Look in the mouth, see if there's anything in there.
No, nothing in there. Okay.
So if we know there's not breathing, but for instance we still have a heart, all we need to do is rescue breathing. Close the nose and you want to do mouth to snout resuscitation. So you just blow really hard, making sure the lungs raise. If not, open it up, look again. Now if you need to do CPR, best thing to do is have it on its side. Have some help is great, but if you can't, where to find that heart? When the arm is straight back here, where the elbow is, that's where the heart is. You're going to be doing about 110 compressions per minute. And if it's a small cat or a small dog, put your hand underneath and have it against your body because you don't want to keep moving around on you.
Now, if the dog is choking or the cat is choking, do you do a Heimlich maneuver on the animal? Same thing.
Yes, you can do a Heimlich maneuver. When they're choking, they're going to be frantic. You don't want to get your hands in there because you're going to now get bitten. So it may be the longest minute or two. Let the animal pass out for lack of oxygen. Then you can go ahead, open the mouth up, look with a flashlight if necessary, get it out, go back to your mouth to snout. For the Heimlich, you can turn it upside down if it's small enough. Use a little gravity. And right here, just like you would for a person,
just press.
Nice and tight. See if you can get it out that way.
And if the dog has been bitten or is awake and disturbed and upset, muzzle it?
Oh, very good idea. Even though it's your pet, it would never, ever think of biting you. If you're going to have a pet that's in pain, excuse me, you can use a tie, you can use something like this, wrap it around its little face.
I have to muzzle you now because we're out of time. I'll be back after your local news.